Adrian Martinez accounted for 445 yards of offense and 3 touchdowns as Nebraska picked up first road win of the Scott Frost era against Illinois. Husker quarterback kind enough to join us now from Lincoln. Adrian, before we get to Ohio State, you've had a few days now to look back on the game film from Illinois. Nearly 700 yards of offense, but also 4 turnovers. So what's your ultimate takeaway from that win?
Well, I think it shows how explosive our offense can be, the type of yards that we put up, but that if you shoot yourselves in the foot, it's hard to win football games. You know, I think going forward we can't afford to turn the ball over 4 times and expect to win games. So it was a good lesson for us to learn, take care of the football, and put up those type of numbers as far as yards, and we can expect to score even more points next time around.
Overall, Adrian, where do you think this team is ahead of where you expected it to be at this point? Where do you think the team is still a little bit behind where you expected it to be?
Well, I think the offense, myself especially, needs to really emphasize taking care of the ball. I think that's one place that we've been lacking so far this season, but I think we've learned important lessons. I think our team as a group has really learned valuable things throughout the year, just from Colorado, I think from this past road win against Illinois. I think we're really confident right now, and we've grown together as a group and are ready to battle adversity, you know, and we've shown that we can overcome it.
When I spoke with Coach Frost and Coach Shenander last week, they both said that the one word they wanted you guys to focus on after the Colorado game was finishing. How important was it, forget about the fashion that it happened in, that you guys were able to finish off that W in Champaign?
I think it was very important. Given that we hadn't won a road game yet under Coach Frost, we were down 14 points, we had turned over the ball. There was a lot to battle, a lot to overcome. And we did just that. We overcame it, we found a way to win, and I think it was big for our team. Proving that we could do that to ourselves, the coaches. I think we knew it all along, but to go out there and do it and come through and find a way to win was a very big deal.
I know most of this week has probably been spent looking forward, not looking back. That's what happens when you have a top 5 opponent coming to your place for a night game. What's the first thing that jumps out on film when you watch the Ohio State defense?
Well, they're very talented. I think they're talented across the board. When you look at their secondary, when you look up front, their linebackers, they have a very, very talented overall group. So that really just means we have to come out and execute. Come out and do our jobs. I think we have a great game plan and go out there and play with some fire and play smart.
Terrific game a year ago, 36-31. Their defense is different, though. Different coaching staff. They're playing a little bit of zone. Last year, they were exclusively man, though that zone does usually depend on man principles. How does that change affect your pre- and post-snap reads?
Yeah, well, you know, it's kind of interesting. I think it might change a little bit of how we game plan against them. But for me, as far as my mindset, it's really just being accurate and being clear. Sometimes it's hard to differentiate pre-snap between zone and man. Just trying to notice those subtle differences and see what we can do pre-snap and post-snap, recognizing those things and making the right reads and throws.
Adrian, much has been said about your recruitment since Ryan Day revealed yesterday that they were interested but never actually offered a scholarship to you. How much did that bother you then, and will you think about that at all this week?
You know, it's a thing of the past, and, you know, Ohio State did what they did, that what was best for them, you know, and I'm thankful that things ended up the way they did. Nebraska is an amazing place. I love being here. I'm happy I'm here, and it's not something that I really think about too much now.
We are obviously building this game up. That's what happens when you have 2 historically successful programs meeting in prime time. I know there are other networks that are building this game up. I know the buildup in general has been huge. Can you give me a sense of what the atmosphere is like on campus as kickoff draws near?
Yeah, well, everyone's talking about it, all the students. I think the state in general is really excited about College Game Day being here and just the atmosphere that we can expect this Saturday night. But as far as the team, we're really dialed in. We're focused. We're not listening too much to the outside noise, and we're ready to go out there and play.
There'll be plenty of noise inside the stadium to listen to on Saturday night. Always good to catch up with terrific Husker quarterback Adrian Martinez. Adrian, we appreciate the time. Everybody, including your coaches, should know you were not just on time, but you were early for the interview. We wish you the best of luck on Saturday night.
Thank you.